Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. Once again, I am so glad to tell. Well, today we're going to look at the Dead Sea Scrolls in comparison to our modern day scriptures. And yes, our modern day scriptures are very accurate. Yes, except for one and few mistranslations, okay? But apart from that, they're very, very up to date and very accurate. Now, what are the Dead Sea Scrolls? Well, the Dead Sea Scrolls, according to scholars, there are a bunch of manuscripts that was found in 1947 by a little shepherd or boy doing some goating duty, and he found them in the caves of Qumran. Okay, when they were deciphered, and it takes several years, they realized that the modern scripts that we have today, they were like accurate. You know, they were all the books except for one, the book of Esther, which we'll get back to shortly. Now, there are other missing books that was found there, like they found like the 12 patriarchs, the book of Enoch, the book of giants, and the treasure scrolls, and so on and so forth. Okay, they were well put together, well preserved. Now, the only book, like I said, that was never found there that we have today is the book of Hadassah or Esther. And what scholars found out, which makes sense, that's the only book that did not have the tetragrammaton, which are the four letters that represent the name of the Most High. In most English phonetic, they're represented by YHWH. And Flavius Josephus in the first century referred to them as the four vowels. Okay, they are pronounced as vowels. So anyway, this is what happened according to scholars. Now, the Dead Sea Scrolls community, they were obviously Israelites. They got away from Jerusalem because of the corruption, and they started their own community. They have books like the Book of Manual of Discipline, etc., etc. They were very strict. What happened whenever the scrolls became too old and they're deteriorating, instead of getting rid of them because they contain the name of the Most High, what they'll do, they'll properly preserve them in some ancient jars and just leave them, you know. They will not destroy them. Now, what's interesting, the only book that was missing is the book of Esther. And when you look at the book of Esther, it's the only book that did not have or does not have the name of the Most High. Okay? And like I said, they were written mostly in Aramaic, with few Hebrew and a few Greek, but it was predominantly Aramaic. Okay? Very, very accurate manuscripts that was translated from them. So, yes, the Dead Sea Scrolls, they're very authentic. And it's a reason why the Almighty preserved them, because there's a lot of people today, like I said, they question the authenticity of our modern script. And the Dead Sea Scroll confirmed that it's like a 99.99.99% accuracy. Okay, so thanks and praise be to the Most High for that. So yes, the Dead Sea Scrolls, very interesting. And there's a lot of interesting manuscript in it that I read. And it's the only book in the world, the Bible that we have today, that is as accurate as it could be. As a matter of fact, it's the only book that could tell from 2,000 years ago and more what will happen today, and we see them coming to pass. No other religious book can boast of having this type of accuracy. Okay, it is reliable. It proves to be over and over the word of the Most High. So until then, Shalom Aleichem, peace be unto you. And once again, I am so glad to tell. Do your own research. Hallelujah. Shalom, shalom.